In 2023, Cj Stroud had one of the best rookie seasons a quarterback has ever had. His decision making was elite, he had a great deep ball, and he was really good at not committing any turnovers. He only had 5 interceptions in his rookie season. He also did a decent job showing some mobility. He had over 160 yards rushing, and his ability to move outside the pocket was one of his strengths in his rookie season. Ever since his rookie season, Cj Stroud's play has been in decline. A lot of the strengths that he showed in his first season have now faded away. Now the questions people had of him coming out of college are starting to show. With Cj Stroud entering his 4th year in the NFL, the Texans are going to have a huge decision to be made. They have to decide whether they're going to pay him a $265 million contract or just pick up his 5th year option and let him ride out this rookie contract. I understand the Texans being hesitant to give Cj Stroud that massive extension. Just look at the Miami Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals and their quarterback situation, giving Tua Tagovailoa and Kyler Murray both massive contracts. They have not performed to the level of the contracts that they were being paid. Obviously, this is not to say that Cj Stroud cannot get back to his 2023 form. However, we have seen Cj Stroud have more years where he's struggled in the NFL than he's now had success, despite only being a short 3-year career. The offensive line for the Texans is still not great, especially in the pass blocking. Cj Stroud's getting pressured quite a lot still, and the improvement made by the offensive line hasn't really shown in 2025. Not to mention, they had one of the worst rushing attacks this year. They were 29th in rushing yards per game and 22nd in total rushing yards. You can make the argument with the better offensive line. Cj Stroud can make better decisions, and it can eliminate some of the flaws that he has when it comes to making decisions under pressure. And with a good running attack, you might be able to open up a play action and lock some easier plays in for Cj Stroud. Just maybe being year 2 in the system with Nick Haley, maybe the offense can just improve. However, this is not to say that those are the only reasons why Cj Stroud's play has not been great. There's been a lot of issues with Cj Stroud that has nothing to do with a bad offensive line or just bad play calling. That game against New England, there was a lot of interceptions that was based off just poor decision making. That back shoulder throw to Christian Kirk that led to a Carlton Davis interception was a ball that should have never been thrown. He also had another really bad interception. He threw an inside ball to Hutchinson, which led to another interception instead of throwing it a little more out wide, which would not have led to. Again, this is not the right decision to make. And Cj Stroud coming out of college, one of the biggest questions was his ability to throw balls in tight windows and his hesitant to throw balls in the tight windows. And the pick 6 to Marcus Jones was also another bad throw. He was facing a lot of pressure, and he decided to try to throw it while being brought down to the ground, which led to an interception for a touchdown in New England's own red zone. The issues that Cj Stroud has been having are issues that shouldn't be happening in your 2nd and 3rd year as an NFL quarterback. You're supposed to progress and get better at what you're doing as a decision maker and is your ability as a pocket passer. In this case, Cj Stroud has regressed. And this isn't the first time we've seen NFL quarterbacks come out swinging and play very well in their rookie season and then struggle their 2nd season. When defenses are able to make adjustments and a game plan around you, once they have more film on you, obviously quarterbacks are going to struggle because they're seeing new coverages and new packages. But it is still up to the quarterback to see what the defense is giving them and make adjustments with the offensive line and his receivers. And so far, Cj Stroud has not been able to do that in his 2nd and 3rd year. In order for the Houston Texans to have success in the foreseeable future, it's going to come down to Cj Stroud and his development. This Texans defense has been one of the best defenses in the NFL under DeMeco Ryans in his first 3 seasons. And this season, the Texans' success was really because of their defense. I mean, the reason why they went from 3-5 to 12-5 and on a 9-game winning streak was because of how dominant their defense was and their ability to stop offenses from scoring and creating any sort of offense. Look at the numbers with Davis Mills and players in the NFL that decide not to play or hold out during training camp when they haven't gotten their contract negotiated. To see if Cj Stroud will do the same thing that other players have done in the past to try to get paid this year. Obviously, I don't blame Cj Stroud for trying to do that. You're only going to play in the NFL for such a short period of time. You want to get the most money as you can possible. It makes sense. If you're the Texans and you're seeing how this team has performed offensively the past 2 seasons, you are going to be very hesitant to pay Cj Stroud. Personally, I think the Texans are going to fall victim to what many other NFL franchises do and pay a guy that is not deserving of that money just so they can have some kind of stability. Because over the past 3 seasons, the Texans have had the best stability in their franchise's history with 3 straight divisional round appearances and winning 3 playoff games in 3 years. This is my reasoning that the Texans are going to re-sign Cj Stroud. But let me know what you guys think. Texans fans, do you guys want to keep Cj Stroud around, or do you want to look elsewhere at a quarterback potentially? Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for more football content. Peace.